Again, hi everyone. My name is Virulin M. Satinitigan. And of course, I am tasked to report the properties of assessment method in the rules of assessment in the teaching of social science. So, what do you mean the properties of assessment methods? Of course, the properties of assessment methods in the teachings of social studies plays a crucial role in evaluating students' understanding, promoting critical thinking skills, and of course, guiding instructional decisions to enhance learning outcomes in the fields of social studies. So, of course, this one is an assessment wherein it helps um, to evaluate the student's understanding, wherein to promote a critical thinking skills, and of course, this one is a guiding instructional decision to enhance learning outcomes in the fields of social studies. So, in the context of the rule of assessment in the teaching of social studies, so the assessment methods possesses specific properties that are tailored to evaluate students' understanding and of course social studies concept like historical events, cultural perspective, and of course the civic engagement. So more on these properties, assessment ensure that assessment effectively measures student knowledge, skills, and of course the critical thinking abilities in the fields of the social studies. So um they so properties assessment methods categorized by three, which is the objective, subjective, and of course diagnostic. So objective. So first we have the objective. So when we say objective, this assessment that have clear, predetermined right or wrong answers such as multiple choice or true or false tests. So objective assessment have clear, predetermined. So na predetermined right, wrong answer, making them suitable for measuring specific knowledge or factual understanding. So example of that one is the multiple choice. Students select the correct answer from a set of options. Next, we have the true or false. Students indicate whether statements are true or false. Nabuntay, ginatawag og matching exercises. Students match items from two columns based on predefined criteria. So, objective assessment everyone are efficient for assessing factual knowledge, and of course this one are easily scored since answers are definitive. So they are commonly used to evaluate students' recall of information of course understanding of specific concept in the subjects like history dates, geography facts, or social students terminology. So mauna ang objective. So moving on to subjective everyone. So when we say subjective, this is assessment that requires students to generate their own responses such as essay, open-ended questions, and of course, or the performance task. So, subjective assessment everyone's. This requires students to generate their own responses, opinions, or even interpretation. So, allowing for more in-depth exploration of concepts and critical thinking. Muna ang subjective. So, example of subjective guys, na siya, um, open-ended, or the essay. So, students write detailed responses to prompts, demonstrating their analytical skills and ability to articulate arguments. So, gigamit nila ilang critical thinking. So, open-ended question. So, students provide written explanation or solutions that require critical thinking and, of course, creativity. So, naay creativity and critical thinking nga involved sa performance tasks. So, in this one, students engage in hands-on activities or projects that showcase their understanding and application of social studies concepts. So, performance tasks apply na nila diri tanan. So, hands-on activities siya. So, subjective assessment DI encourage a higher order thinking skills such as analysis, synthesis, and of course evaluation. So this one provides insights into students' ability to think critically, communicate effectively, and of course apply their knowledge to real world scenarios in social studies. So moving on to the last one, we have here the diagnostic. So diagnostic is an assessment that identifies student strengths, weaknesses, and of course the misconception to inform future instruction. So diagnostic assessment, everyone, excuse me, focus on identifying student strengths, weaknesses, and misconception to guide future instructions and also supports individualized learning needs. So example of that one again is the pre-assessment. So pre-assessment. A pre-assessment administered before a unit to gauge students' prior knowledge and areas of misunderstanding. So the pre-test. So I think familiar mo pre-test. So before the discussion, ginatest ang students. So itest ang student no if na ba siya gamay lang nga knowledge or even iyang isukod iyang critical ability or the critical thinking skills. So next, concept maps. So students create visual representations of their understanding, revealing connection and gap in knowledge. Next example is think aloud protocol. So students verbalize their thoughts, processes while solving problem, helping teachers identify misconception. So a diagnostic assessment, everyone, provides evaluable insights into students' readiness and understanding, enabling teachers to tailor instruction to address a specific learning need. So by pinpointing areas of difficulty or misconception, educator can design targeted intervention and differentiated instruction to support students learning effectively in the social studies. So that would be all in the properties assessment methods. The types of properties assessment methods. We have the objective, wherein assessment that have clear predetermined right or wrong answers. Subjective, that requires students to generate their own responses. Diagnostics, wherein students, identify students' strengths and weaknesses. So moving on to the conclusion, everyone. So by incorporating a mixed objective, subjective, and diagnostic assessment, educator can gather comprehensive information about student knowledge, skills, and understanding in social studies, so leading to more effective teaching and learning outcome. So in incorporating by objective, subjective, diagnostic assessment, of course, teachers can gather a comprehensive information nga ilahang ma-teach sa students to have a better experiences and knowledge ang ilahang mga students. So I think that would be all in my end, and I hope you've learned something, everyone. Have a blessed day and God bless everyone. Thank you.